Right. All right. So last question. In the email, you said that California is looking kind of wild. You saw like some guy like coming out of a convenience store or something, kind of with like a needle out of his arm. Like, what is going on? Like, I guess you've been
So
in California for 10 years, right? So you've seen it change all these 10
I've,
years. Like,
I've I've been here my whole life.
okay.
Yeah. So where I live on a good street. Like it's mostly retired people and really calm and quiet. If I go 2 blocks down that way, where there's a Walgreens and then there's a gas station, there's at least 10 to 15 people just hanging out there all day, doing whatnot. And every few hours, the cops will come by or the manager will come out and chase them off. But yeah, the other day, and this has happened many times. The guy was just, and it's not funny, it's sad, but was just laying there with uh, a syringe sticking out of his leg and he's bleeding all over the place, and no one seemed to care because it's become so common, you know. And
Has that been like the last couple of years? Like, when did this start getting this crazy?
I would say within the past 5 years, gradually gotten to the point where it's more normal and you don't even worry about it anymore. I mean, the the people all the people have the Ring cameras, and it notifies you if someone posts something. And every morning there's 5 or 6 just random people going on porches and trying to break into cars. Catalytic converters, or there's people that steal them by the hundreds every month and then stack them up and show pictures like they're proud of it. It's just become it's unsafe for one, but it's just unpleasant. And there's a lot of the people I feel bad for because they're out there on the streets and nowhere to go and no family, no support. But a lot of them are choosing this life, and they're coming from other places because they hear that in San Diego and LA you can kind of be homeless. And I know it's this way in San Francisco, really. And you can be homeless there and be treated well. And I'm not anti-homeless. I used to, volunteer at homeless shelters and such, but there's a right way to go about it. And showing up thinking, well, I'm going to get free drugs and this, and just sleep outside of Walgreens is not the way to do it. But crime has it's been bad, and it has changed. I mean, it's not really family safe environments anymore like I grew up in. It's more, if your kids are walking home from school, you want them to run home from school. So people are leaving. I was just on my little neighborhood here. I've seen 5 houses sell just this year, and they're going to North Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, more
Conservative states.
Yeah. Well, I'm not really on the political spectrum. I'm whatever. I'm right in the middle probably, but that's where they're going, and they're leaving here, and I can see why. I mean, I love California. I want it to be better, but right now it's just on a spiral.
Yeah. What is your plan? How do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself in the next few years?
That's a good question. If everything keeps going up here the way it is, definitely relocate. Just this week, I noticed a couple items I buy at the Walmart market down the street have gone up 50 cents just in 1 week. So if that keeps going, it's just not sustainable. I mean, you don't want to just survive. You want to have a little money to put away, and you can't do it here.
Yeah.
Everything's so unaffordable. So I don't know. I might be one of those that leaves to a red state. I might look at like Nevada or Arizona, somewhere close, or I might just look at another country. But I don't know. I just try to go day by day right now. Hope everything's fine.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
makes sense. I went to school in California, like for college.
Yeah.
And I lived in LA for like 8 years. I was like, the weather's too good. I ain't trying to go back.
Right.
But after coronavirus, I was like, I gotta get out of here. I can't. I'm paying rent. Like I'm paying so much rent, and I can't even do anything. So,
Well, that's when it all got really crazy, and then California pundits had to look at Florida and say they're all gonna die over there. So you don't want to look over there. They're all gonna die. We're the ones that are gonna survive all this. And then everyone ended up moving to Florida. So yeah, complete overreaction in California. I typically am home most of the time anyway, so it didn't bother me personally as much, but the whole hysteria around it did. I could see why people said, I got to get the hell out of here. Yeah. Especially because people are just running amok in the streets through all of it and no one seemed to care, you know?
Yeah. Crazy.